I think this is going to be a little bit more personal video because I want to talk to you about my music journey and how it's shaped me, how it's changed me, how it's saved me, and how it's made me the person that I am today. At the very beginning, music was a safe space for me. It was a place where I could just express myself, express my thoughts, emotions, any ideas that I had, and I felt like that was a place where no one would judge me. So, music was really my safe space to start with, and that's how I fell in love with music, with other artists, with writing songs, with listening to songs, and it quickly became an obsession. A healthy obsession, a healthy expression, and something that I have kept really close to my heart. I didn't realize that I needed music for my healing journey at the very early days in my life. I experienced quite a big loss, and music was really there to heal me and to be my sort of therapy. I didn't choose music, I feel like it chose me, and I think that was one of the biggest reasons why music never left me. For me personally, I had a lot of struggles with identity and self-worth, especially when you're learning and aspiring to be an artist, but you don't have the credits or the big records or the big numbers that you can kind of be proud of. You are not always confident enough to call yourself an artist. So I think claiming the artist identity is so important before you do the work, because it's just something you have to see it in your mind before you believe it, and vice versa. I think claiming artist identity is so important before you reach any success, and it doesn't have to be in a big massive form. It can be a small thing. It can be making your own social media page, your website, your business card. I think just having that inner confidence of I am an artist, I can do this, I write songs, I sing, I perform, it's so important, because people will not be convinced unless you are convinced of who you are and what you bring to the table. So I think from my journey, I can definitely tell you that the times when I believed in myself the most were the times when I had the most success and when I could see other people believing and cheering for me. And the times when I lost my faith or identity and confidence in myself was a time when people would question me. And I think it all comes from within, and not many people talk about this artist identity, practicing artist identity, claiming artist identity before becoming. Once you're able to do that, things fall into place. Once you find your audience, once you find your first community, your first fans who are there and cheer for you, and once you find those people who tell you, your song changed my life, you inspire me, because of you I keep going, and things like that, it's just such a beautiful moment. And then you realize, this is why I'm doing this for. Especially for me, those moments when I receive messages or comments, or I look at my artist analytics and I see that people are streaming, saving, adding songs to playlists. It's just an amazing feeling. Not necessarily for the validation, it's more for the purpose of community and the feeling of belonging and the feeling of doing a service for a certain community or a certain type of personality who needs to hear what you have to say. And it's the reason why a lot of artists just keep going, because sometimes there are no logical sense of why an artist should keep going. The financial aspects can be really challenging. To break through the industry is really hard. So a lot of the times, you guys, the ones who are listening to the songs, the ones who are resonating with the songs, are the reason why we keep making music and we keep making art, which is very beautiful. And I love that part the most. When you enter the music industry and the music world, the big part is really rejection. You have to learn how to become immune to rejection, or you have to just learn how to not be so affected by it, which is really hard at the beginning because you think your music is amazing. You think your music should be appreciated, but you don't understand that people have very, very different tastes. People are very selective, especially in the art world, and you can't expect everyone to love what you do. So as you experience rejection, hopefully you build thicker skin that helps you continue without feeling hurt or feeling discouraged. I think at the very beginning it was quite difficult and painful for me to handle rejection, and it really affected me if I got a no from a producer or an artist I wanted to work with, or if I had a no about a festival or a gig that I wanted to play. But now for me, I look at it slightly differently. I believe that every single no is one step closer to the yes that I'm looking for. I know it might sound cliche or it might sound delulu, but I think you have to create your own vision of how you want to go through and move through the music industry and the music journey. If you don't have that, it can be really hard and it can be really discouraging. So having a strong vision of where you want to go and where you need to be is important, and that will just help you filter out all the noise, all the rejection, and kind of have a very much smoother experience through the challenges. And every single challenge will just make you stronger and will make you, hopefully will make you stronger, hopefully will get you closer to that one door that is going to open for you. I also think that music makes you emotionally more independent. I think a lot of musicians are able to spend a lot of time alone because they know how to process their feelings, as I mentioned earlier. So music really help you become less needy in some ways. I'm talking from my personal experience. I think it does help you become less needy because if you have this strong bond with music and your craft, you can rely on those things without needing a person to be always there for you, in a way that it just makes you a little bit more independent, emotionally independent. Now, let's talk about discipline and consistency. If there's an industry where you need to be extremely disciplined and consistent, it is music. There is so much competition out there. There are so many talented artists trying to break through the noise, and not everyone will be able to do it because not everyone has the consistency, the drive, the motivation, and the discipline to do it. So sometimes it's not about the most talented person. Sometimes it's not about the most stunning, beautiful, extremely talented person to break through. A lot of the times it's about the most persistent, consistent, and disciplined person. I've seen this, I've experienced this. I can tell you there are so many people I'm like, how come you're not the next Amy Winehouse or Adele? But then there are people who are talented, but not as talented as the others. But they have something else. They have that undeniable drive, motivation, delusion, and you see them win. You definitely see them win. So that's all I can tell you. Consistency and discipline will get you far. Everyone always talks about, I want to live a life full of purpose. I want to find my purpose. I want to find the reason why behind I do everything. And I believe that music has helped me find my purpose. It's not always been easy. It's not always been smooth sailing. It's not always been fun. But all in all, it's always been there as my purpose and as my expression and as my anchor that I can hold on to. I think it's hard. It's hard in this music world. It's hard sometimes when you don't get everything you want immediately, but it's definitely helped me to live a purposeful life. And I hope it does help you find your purpose as well. It doesn't matter how many people you reach with your music. If you reach 1, 10, 100, million, you have made an impact in a small or a big way, and that's important. So if you're starting out and if you need a little push, I can really tell you, the more you believe in yourself, the more people will believe in you and your art. So keep going, keep pushing, keep writing, keep staying creative. Music is a beautiful form of art. Music can heal, music can inspire, music can lift people up, and music can connect and just make a world a better place.